everyone, welcome back to Peachy's Trains. So over the last couple weeks, we've been working really hard on the layout. Now, as many of you probably know, a layout is never truly finished. As soon as we finish one project, we find something else that we want to work on. But layout work is very enjoyable. I really have a good time working on each little scene on the layout. It's always a very good feeling to see something that you've been working so hard on finished and looking good. The biggest project that we've been working on over the last couple of weeks are our animated scenes. Now, you have seen these scenes, the playground and the mini golf course, in my past videos and posts. Now, these scenes are super cool, but they do stick out like a sore thumb. Because of the moving parts that require motors, these scenes have to be elevated off of the table. They also don't look very realistic. So we got some inspiration from some other YouTubers and decided to get to work with some shaper sheet. So here you can see my little playground and all of the work we have done. We started by hot gluing some shaper sheet to the platform and then folding and bending it to kind of give this hilltop appearance that you see. This gives it a more natural slope up to the playground. Next, we added more and more ground cover in layers to blend the shaper sheet in and match it to the grass mat. We even went under the swings and under the seesaws and around it to blend it in and give it a more natural look. Finally, we added some bushes and some benches to give the park a little bit of life. Overall, I think this scene looks way more natural and I absolutely love how it turned out. Moving over to the other side of the layout, everybody remembers how my putt-putt course looked, right? Well, we decided to give this platform the same treatment and blended it into the scene. I added hedges along the outer edges to blend into the sidewalk area, and then added the hill to kind of slope up to that here again as well. We also added ground cover between the holes to cover up the fake green grass that they had. But we did leave the putting greens alone since they are AstroTurf in real life. I really love how this scene turned out, and I am really wanting some more animated scenes to add to the layout after we kind of boosted these up a little bit. We also extended the dirt path to go over to the sidewalk, so there's a way to get into the mini golf course now, which again is, I think, just one of those more realistic touches. And of course, your layout room, your train room, is also never complete. So we had an event in our little small town a couple weeks ago, and we went to an antique store and we happened across this amazing painting. This is called Peachtree Departure, and of course it features the Southern Railway. This was an absolute steal when we found it at the antique store, and we had it reframed, and I just knew that this was going to have to be up in the layout as soon as we found it. So here I decided to try to make a wood chip load for my ACL wood chip service hopper. I thought the car just looked so sad and empty running around the layout without anything in it. So I added the wood chip load by lining the bottom and inside of the car with some saran wrap, and then adding a layer of chips and then a layer of glue and repeating until the chips were at the top of the car. After the glue dried, I was able to remove the wood chips from the saran wrap and then place it back into the hopper. This way, the wood chips are completely removable and not glued into the hopper, just in case I ever decide that I want to remove them. All right, so now it's time for the biggest reveal of them all. So this reveal is why you haven't seen me in my normal chair sitting down during this video so far. This part of the layout has been taking most of my time, and I think it brings the biggest part to the layout so far. So we finally have a table skirt. So this has been taking up most of my time recently because I actually had to cut and sew these panels all by myself. I found this fabric on Etsy actually a while ago, before we even tore down our first layout. I have been putting off this project for a while because I knew it was going to be a bigger project. But now that it's done, I am so happy. I absolutely love how this turned out. So I cut in different sizes of panel to make it easy to get under the layout into the storage. And then I also sewed Velcro onto the back of the fabric as well. So these panels are removable, which makes it very easy to get access to anything that we need to. Now, we could have just done a generic table skirt from Amazon or other online dealers, but I think this gives our layout a very unique look and an extra personal touch. I absolutely love how it turned out, and I think that it fits in with our layout and our train room perfectly. So like I said, I had to cut the fabric to the proper length, and then I hemmed all of the edges. And like I said, I also sewed a strip of Velcro to the full length top of the fabric. Then the other side of the Velcro sticks right to the wood on the benchwork, and voila! We have an easily removable table skirt panel. Just like so. And then it just sticks right back on. And Brody wants to say hi as well. And finally, I wanted to give a huge thank you for 2 of my subscribers, Charlie and Gabby. They sent me an absolutely amazing Christmas present from my Amazon wish list, which is these peel and stick flowers. I have been wanting these to add a little bit more color to the layout, and so I am so excited to get them. So thank you again to Charlie and Gabby. You absolutely made my new year. And I thought it would be fun if we planted these together. So let's see if we can find a place for these beautiful flowers. So I've been thinking about where I want to put these flowers, and I know at least some of them I want to put over in the park area over here, kind of along the hedge line over there by the street, just to give it a little bit more pop of color. So let's go ahead and we're going to take the red ones first and just plant these along the hedgerow here. Oh yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, you can see. It just pops out so well. I think it gives it just the right amount of color. And these red ones go really well with the playground right there in front of them. All right, so I'm gonna get the rest of these planted and then we'll see what it looks like. All right, so I've got all of my little flowers planted, and I absolutely love the variety of color and how much life it gives now to the park. It looks so much better. Thank you so much again, Charlie and Gabby. think of the projects that we've been up to? I am so happy and I absolutely love them, but I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And how have your layouts been coming along? Of course, I will keep you updated on all future projects as well. And I will be on the Miniature Models podcast discussing the just recently released Big Book 2024. So I know we have all been highly anticipating that. And so you can hear me and Eric Siegel and even some people from Lionel talking about that hopefully by next weekend. So keep an eye out for that, but I will let you know when that gets released as well. Brody approves of the layout. What do you think? And I'll see you next time on Peachy Strains.